Hello everyone. Today I'm going to be reviewing Sonic 4 for the PC. Now, let me explain the backstory behind this game. In 2010, Sega, for the 50 millionth time, said, "We're gonna bring Sonic back." Well, sadly this wasn't the case. They made a bunch of screenshots saying, "This game's only gonna have Sonic and it's gonna be back to the classics." The only problem was, Sega cheaped out and made this piece of garbage instead. In fact, this game was so bad that there are leaked WiiWare and partner betas flowing around. You can find them if you want to, but it shows that this game is going to be even worse than it ended up being. So anyways, on to the game. First off, I'd like to explain this. The PC version, which came out just a few days ago, has many problems. Apparently, Sega thought that just like Sonic Generations, they could make a quick port to the PC from a 360. The only problem? They still messed up. The game uses controller mappings just like on the 360, and even better, does something that no other game would do on the PC. So, to first start things off, let's just explain the configuration manager. Just like Generations, the PC version uses a quick application whipped together in Visual Studio real fast to let you configure options. There's only one option you configure, and that's screen resolution. Because you cannot turn anything off, the game is horribly unoptimized and requires a NVIDIA GeForce 8800, just like on the other 360 ports. It's a cheap port all in all, because you can't even enable basic functions like anti-aliasing. Just like Generations, they were too cheap to find keyboard pictures, so instead of using mapped keyboard images, they just use colors that map to the 360 controller and are used in-game. You can replace them just like in Sonic Generations, but it's still pretty cheap. There's also a 360 controller option in case you purchased a 360 controller. So now on the game. Now, while the game says it's developed by Sonic Team, it's actually developed by another company called Dimps, the company who made Sonic Rush. You know, the press X to win game. So, when the adventure begins, the first thing you'll notice is the physics are horrendously broken. Yes, the physics don't work. You can spin dash off cliffs, and you'll just stop, and it just plays horribly, especially when you're trying to actually play the game. And your character will also suddenly land on corners instead of rolling off them with momentum, and the game will cancel all horizontal movement a lot, making bottomless pits even more annoying than they should be. The loop physics are also pretty glitchy too. Not only can you walk up the side of them, but if you try to jump into them with the side, even though it's on a different screen layer, your character will just bounce off. Seriously, it can be annoying, especially when you're trying to jump around and stuff. See? I didn't know it's going to bounce off it or stick on it. Oh right, Dimps was so cheap that they just copied the physics engine from Sonic Rush. All you gotta do is spin dash and jump in the middle, and you can do the exact same thing in Sonic 4. Loops also function in the exact same way too. You can walk up them just like in Sonic 4, and even bounce into them like in Sonic 4. Are they cheap or what? It's just like Sonic 4, except Sonic 4 lacks the boost to win feature. And that can make levels even more annoying, because the whole game in Sonic 4 feels like it was designed for boost for win gameplay. All in all, they were really cheap when they made this game. Now, on to more gameplay. When you're not standing on walls, you can listen to the music, which is extremely bad. It pretty much sounds like me 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 me. I mean, Jun Senoyu, or however your name is. Was it really that hard to go on Google and search Sega Genesis sound font? Because you could have used one and that would have sounded so much better than this. All in all, the tunes are also pretty forgettable too. You will also forget the me 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 a lot. You will forget this song real easily unless somebody plays Sonic 4 and the song comes up. The graphics are pretty bad too. They look like an attempt at a fan game. The graphics aren't very detailed and look very simplistic. Then again, this game was designed to run on an iPhone, so that explains part of it. But, I mean, this is a PC. Couldn't they have at least made it look more detailed and not like some quick game made in Game Maker? The animations, however, look pretty good and fluid, especially when they run at 60 FPS. But the backgrounds, couldn't they have at least somewhat tried harder? And Sonic's model too. Now, I'm not going to complain about green eyes, it just looks Due to cheap porting, the PC version exploits one more glitch in the coding of the physics. Hold down left and right at the same time, and Sonic will just moonwalk and slide through the water and the level. It'll be like he's moving backwards just by holding front and backwards. I mean, just hold left and right and boom, it does that. Like, were they seriously that bad when it came to bug testing? I mean, they should have caught that the first 5 minutes they were bug testing. How did this get in the final version? This is like Sonic 06. How did stupid bugs get in the full version? So, all in all, that's just yet another reason why the PC version is crap. After you beat a level and collect 50 rings, just like in Sonic 1, you can do a special stage. Unlike Sonic 1, these special stages are incredibly easy. You just turn the camera and pretty much let the emerald give it to you. So, in other words, it's pretty easy and not really that much. All you gotta do is just do stuff. The only problem is there are ring limits and a timer, which pretty much make it unfairly cheap, just like Dimps and their other Sonic games. All in all, it's kind of stupid. Nah. Unlike the older Sonics, you can pick stages in any order. However, you have to complete all the stages to get to the boss battle for each one. The game is pretty short and will feature you mostly running around while the game autoplays itself with the occasional cheap death from a bottomless pit. I mean, come on, it's from Dimps. What did you expect? Did you expect it to be, like the older Sonics? No, instead you get this garbage. But anyways, the physics make the level even worse. You can walk up walls freely in the knockoff of Casino Night Zone, and this just makes the game even more annoying than it should be. Or easy, because you can just walk up, and other times it's annoying because of the vertical canceling all horizontal movement. All in all, the levels aren't really designed that well. The physics might have made the levels better, and same with more difficulty and not just bottomless pits, but anyways, that is pretty much the design philosophy. It's not that great, and it's not very memorable either. The further you go, the more bottomless pits you encounter. For example, this bottomless pit. The cars move way too fast, ensuring your bottomless pit death. All in all, it's the exact same as Sonic Rush. If you've played Sonic Rush and you've seen the bottomless pits, you'll know what I'm talking about. When you're in a bottomless pits, sometimes the controls just don't respond. All in all, you will get quite frustrated when the controls just don't respond. Like when you're randomly trying to mash X and boom, it messes up. So all in all, skip this. Final verdict? While this game did do a few good things, this game pretty much proved that you don't need Sonic's friends, a bad story, a camera that doesn't work, or pretty much bad graphics to mess up. They gave this game to Dimps, who had made the Sonic Advance series. They took out all the friends, there was no plot, they tried to make it almost like the original, yet somehow they backfired with a horrible soundtrack, gameplay that is just broken thanks to the physics, random glitches in the PC version, and the PC version got a cheap 360 port. So, all in all, this game is garbage. Sorry, fanboys, if you're somebody like ShadSilson11, please stop watching this video now, because you're going to complain. But the Sonic cycle is still going. It's still going, contrary to what you might believe. And just don't buy this game. If you're a fanboy, maybe buy it because you'll happily buy anything with the Sonic logo on it. But other than that, don't buy this game. And if you really want to play this game and see how bad it is, just download the demo. There's a demo on Windows Phone, Android, well, I meant to say Xbox, and the PS3. They might have had a PC demo too, considering they left all the demo files in the PC folder's install directory, but all in all, don't buy this game. Thanks for watching, and subscribe for more. And one more thing. Sonic 4 Episode 2 is coming soon. Will it be better? I don't know. I'm not going to say anything or get hyped over it until I actually play it.